Feature women-owned businesses here on Great Day, and this next story is no exception.
Absolutely. Have you been thinking about dusting off those knitting needles, or maybe you actually want to learn? I would fall into that camp. How about you can learn how to crochet?
That would be so cool. Either way, there's a charming spot in Niantic that can help you master the craft. And here's Melissa Cole to show us more.
This is a small dye house out of Westchester, New York, and this is her merino and cashmere yarn.
Oh, it's so soft.
Isn't that amazing?
Paulette Meyer knows a thing or two about yarn.
I actually learned to knit from my grandma when I was around 8 years old. I had one grandmother who crocheted, the other one who knitted. And for me, it was more about spending time with my grandmothers. And in the process, I picked up this craft. As an avid hobbyist, I then decided when it was time to retire from my corporate career, I wanted to do something that would make people smile.
That idea? A yarn shop, but not the traditional kind. Well, at least not at first.
My grandfather was a peddler. He used to take old buses and take the seats out of the buses and turn them into traveling grocery stores. So I took a page from family history and I turned a bus into a yarn shop.
Yes, from traveling yarn bus now to a brick and mortar store, Knitty Gritty Yarn Girl Yarn Shop just celebrated its 2nd birthday. And if you pop in, you'll often find a group of ladies knitting and chatting.
Oh, I'm just doing a couple of shawls. This is one and another one.
Nancy Ball comes all the way from West Hartford.
So my longest friend from elementary school in West Hartford, Judy Snitkin, comes to this shop and has known Paulette since she first had the school bus. And she is the one that got me hooked.
And what's usually the topic of conversation?
Oh, it could be anything. Nothing in particular, it's just whatever comes up.
We chat about all kinds of things, current events. We stay away from politics, but other than that, we chat about current events and cooking.
For master knitter Michelle Lewis, it's really about the community here.
The camaraderie, the socialization, because I retired from Pfizer 2 years ago, so now I get to knit as much as I want and when I want and however I want, and so it's just nice to be able to come and be with people that do the same thing I do rather than sitting home and doing it by yourself.
Jane Dickinson just finished up something pretty cute.
Chicken in a basket.
Okay,
Yes.
Tell me about this chicken.
This is Henny Penny.
Called emotional support chickens. They're just to kind of keep you cozy when you're, like your favorite blankie. And they are all the craze right now with knitters. We had a contest to name them because you're supposed to name them chicken type names. So that's why this is Henny Penny.
Yeah.
This one is Dixie Chick for the Dixie
Okay.
Chicks. And so our contest winner was actually Michelle, and this is Cockadoodle Dandy. So
I love it.
Yeah, so this is the type of things that the community creates.
And if you just want to come in for yarn, you'll find some from all over, like this brand, imported from Japan.
But the thing that's most exciting about Nora Yarns is the colors. They're known for their vibrant colors, and they use all ethical dyes, so they're very, in tune with the environment and nature.
You must have made this scarf.
I did, and this was pretty interesting because it was combining colors, believe it or not, that you would never put together.
Wow.
To create that.
I love it. It looks fantastic.
Isn't that something? And so you just have to think out of the box.
Now, what about getting the next generation to start knitting?
Whew, that's a tough one. It's one thing we all talk about, and then it doesn't seem that anybody has a hard, solid answer. I think the most important thing is to offer what the younger generation wants, and that is fast.
Crocheting offers results faster than knitting, and also big yarn and big needles.
The big yarn and big needles, you get faster project, faster results, and faster satisfaction.
For this generation of ladies, though, there's no rush. Enjoying their projects and enjoying the company even more.
The yarn is like a backdrop for what is sitting in the back of the shop right now. Every week people come in and they just gather and knit. I get inspired by them. They get inspired by yarn. We talk about different projects. Before you know it, I've got something new on my needles.
And you can find the Knitty Gritty Yarn Girl at 170 Flanders Road in Niantic. You can also check out their website for a schedule of events. It's nittygrittyyarngirl.com, and they also are on Facebook and Instagram. So take advantage of these wonderful resources. Women-owned businesses too. Love it.
Yeah, absolutely.